Hello, hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing Ready or Not 2, sequel to Ready or Not 1 that came out in 2019, which has been a whole 7 years, which is a long time to wait between them sequels. But basically the gist of that movie was you have the main character Grace, she gets married. Her husband's family is basically in this big satanic cult, and she pulls this card, and the game is basically hide and go seek, and she has to survive until dawn or else they'll kill her. So basically this movie is the aftermath of what happens. This movie takes place literally like a day after those movies events. So if you haven't seen like the last one in a while, it kind of brings you up to speed on how what happened in the last movie and where a character is, where she is. So basically this movie she basically survived. She's in the hospital, and these these different satanic cult people from different countries are basically trying to get after her so they could basically run the whole like satanic cult organization. So it's basically kind of like Batman Arkham Origins. If you play that game, it's basically a bunch of assassins try to kill Batman for a certain amount of money in one night. So basically that, and her sister, so when she goes to the hospital, her sister, who's on her emergency call list, her name is Faith. They haven't seen each other in years, so they have kind of some tensions going on in the movie. But through later on, they start to get, they start to speak their frustrations, get closer and closer, and I can kind of relate to that dynamic between those two because I have a sister myself, so I'm able to relate to that sister plot line. And the chemistry between the two characters, Grace and Faith, great. Like, they basically carried the movie. Like, the movie basically rests on their shoulders and do a great job, acting, especially Grace. Yeah, the amount of like emotions she's able to give off, especially when she's in like pain or like certain action scenes, is like really, really impressive. So from the first movie, she does great in these two movies. Basically, what I don't like, it's like they kind of lean too much into the satanic cult stuff. Like they add all these extra like rules and different types of lore, like signatures, like adding all these characters. I know sequels have to go bigger, but like I think the better movie was better. The first movie was better because it was kind of like a smaller scale. It's just kind of more like thrill going on. You don't really know what's happening, but as for this, you kind of know what to expect. So it was all kind of new in the first movie, which made it like more enjoyable, and like the pacing was better. Like everything was just better in the first movie. But this one, it's like I feel like they just went bigger just for the sake of being like going bigger. Like they need to add extra lore, they need to add all these characters, but I feel like they did it like just because like it's the second movie. But I feel like if they went more like smaller scale, like keep the sister in the movie, but like if it was more like smaller scale, like I feel like it would have been like way better. But overall, this movie has some like cool action scenes, like some really like bloody scenes if you're into that pretty bloody movie. The side characters are alright, the movie doesn't really do a great job of making me like care for them, or like some of them may say something funny or do something cool, but it's like there's nothing really much to them. Like they're pretty like surface level characters. And overall, I feel like this movie was it was okay. Like if you see it, cool. If you don't, you're not really missing out on much. Like it's a cool movie to pass the time. I'm probably not gonna see it again, but yeah, first movie definitely better. And yeah, that's my review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay blessed.